Well, hello, Sagittarius. Yes, late start today. And speaking of, it was due to having problems sleeping, and I kept thinking, oh, just go back to sleep. But anyways, I decided that I feel like I want to try something um with this channel, and so I'm going to pick a topic every day for people to talk about in the comments, and hopefully you will talk to each other, and today it's dreams, right? Because I have some weird dreams, like on the regular, as you could imagine, because my mind's so open, right? But this morning I just kept having this recurring dream, and I went back to sleep a few times, about dog poop. I kid you not. And literally everything has a meaning. So we can get into that, have a whole discussion. Let me know in the comments if you have had any weird dreams. Maybe even if you've looked into what it means. Apparently, if you dream about dog doo-doo, you have something to resolve in your life. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't even. Because my assistant does not do that in the house. So I was like, where is this coming from? But let's get into it. This is the daily message. This is just a message that you need to know today. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's unfolding today, and it may or may not be for you. But, you give it a watch. You don't need to resonate with it. Just be open to receiving it, because it could happen later. So, in the extended today, and we are doing extendeds again, I'm going to take a look at what was going on under the deck, because it was completely different from the reading. And come to the edge, and soulmate was here. So you could be being led to taking a chance on someone being a soulmate, or maybe you already know they are a soulmate. And the tarot was showing the King of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. So this person, and one thing to really know about the King of Wands is they're very passionate. They don't, they very much plan out their moves, right? The King of Wands is not impulsive, even though it is fire, right? But no, they might be very flirty, they tend to have that heartbreaker kind of energy. They're very used to attention because they're Leo, right? But this person is getting ready to make their move, and they're not it's very calculated, in my opinion, with the Five of Swords being here. They know what they want. They know, they may even know how to get it with you. I don't know. But the Ace of Cups was here too. So this person may be opening up about what they want, because the Ace of Cups often is opening up, right? Because we see the pearl in there. But keep in mind that this person has a plan. Okay. So, okay. Let's get into it, because, Sagittarius, we don't cause the, I don't feel like we cause the drama, but we get kind of like a cyclone. We get sucked into it, is what I think. But there's something here, and this really felt to me like there was something here that you thought was really great. Okay, now all of a sudden it's not great, right? All that glitters is not gold, right? and you don't understand why it didn't turn out or isn't turning out the way that you thought. But this isn't you. Let me just say that. This isn't you. I feel like this is someone else really kind of playing on your fears, honestly. Because we see the Knight of Swords, which we know is about words, right? Often. And usually the Knight of Swords is very direct, very doesn't really think about what they say. I actually don't like the Knight of Swords. I feel like they're rude. But this person knows exactly what to say to get you in your Nine of Swords, in your worries. They're playing on your fears in this situation. And Five of Wands reversed. It just feels like, it feels to me like this person may tell you they're telling you this for your own good. You know, it doesn't, because the Five of Wands reversed is usually a pretty good thing. It's about resolving things. And so you may resolve this, right? And you may realize this actually. This person's jealous. And it's like, this keeps coming out in the readings. It was there yesterday too. And it's like, you're really supposed to see that someone's motivation is jealousy. And a lot of cards came out for this, Sag. A lot of cards. Who is this person? Like, I feel like the universe is saying, Sag, I can't scream at you any louder. I can't scream at you any louder, right? The Chariot, the Star, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Like, it just feels like this person, they are the type of person who keeps trying to win, right? But it doesn't come from a good place with the Eight of Swords being here. They never win, by the way. They never win. And apparently, this is coming up because you need to set some boundaries with this person. You need to protect yourself from this person. Especially like in terms of, Nine of Cups issues, meaning protect your feelings, protect your heart, protect the things that you want from this person. Because they just are trying to win and they never do. Maybe they can't understand why they can't ever win, but I feel like it's something that they need to heal. It's not on you, right? Maybe they're jealous because you do win. What can we say, really? And the universe is sending you this energy, which is really beautiful energy, healing words. It's like everything that comes out of your mouth comes from a healing space. And in some way, I mean, maybe you're supposed to help this person. Maybe that's why they're in your life. I mean, they're causing havoc, obviously, but with the Ace of Wands upright and the Queen of Wands reversed, I don't know, you are giving out some healing words. And I feel like this is you specifically to someone who is lacking confidence. You inspire them in this area. And I think it's really telling how the Queen of Wands came out, because it could be telling the story that this person actually is jealous of your confidence. Sagittarius has a natural confidence. We do. Even if we don't always feel it, God knows I have been down the road of self-esteem for sure. But we have an inner confidence. And once we, a lot of times the way your personal power works is that you're not always in it. You have to choose to step into it. And I feel like you're inspiring someone when it comes to confidence, and you're inspiring them despite themselves. Now, everyone's not going to be happy about this, and some people are going to say, no, I'm not doing this, right? But it's like, yes, does this person kind of push you down? Yes, they do. But it has something to do with your confidence. And this is, you have the power to heal or to fight. And what I'm seeing with the Five of Wands reverse, you don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. So, I said what I said. In terms of relationships, that's interesting. I feel like there was, for some, and this will be very specific, if you had an opportunity with someone from a distance, meaning a long distance kind of relationship, I feel like you're not choosing it, to be honest with you. Avoid settling for less than you deserve. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together and long distance. This is someone that you don't spend much time with. There may also be a second person in the picture because the Two of Pentacles is here, right? Could be someone coming to talk to you. But I kind of feel like this in particular, and it was my first intuitive hit on it, that it was a talking relationship. Someone who was at a distance, so perhaps it was just a talk, what do they call it? A talking ship. It was, and that something's got to change, right? And maybe you say that. Maybe you tell them the reason that you're iffy about the whole thing, Two of Pentacles. And you go back and forth about it, is because of that, because of the distance, because it doesn't change. And there definitely needs to be a change or an ending here. Could very well be an ending, Sag, because look at this. King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles, is that you really want something stable, something lasting, someone who's there, right? And because they're not there with Five of Pentacles, it hurts. And I feel like you don't want to feel that. You don't want to feel that. And I hate to be the one to tell you, but I feel like this is where this soulmate thing is playing out. The Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Cups. It's like, because you make this choice, right? This decision that you're making, it brings upon a change. A positive change forward. Now, the Six of Cups can sometimes be someone from the past, but it could be a past life partner. It could be someone who is just meant to cycle into your life. Maybe they were supposed to be there before, but the Six of Cups is also your destiny. And it does speak about soulmates, Sag. It sure does. The Six of Cups is so much, and it doesn't get enough credit for that. It's so much more than someone from your past coming back. Let me just say that. But, all the cards they all have tons and tons of meanings. So, yeah, we're gonna, I feel like this is what's showing up in the extended, so I don't think you have to be aware of this jealous person. I think the whole situation is happening for you to help them. Look, and you, of course, you always have free will. You always have a choice, right? So let's see what actions need to be taken today. Interesting, Sag. First you got you failed. So what? Just F it. And guilt-free. I feel like if there's something here that didn't work, you tried. And it's just about being okay with walking away without guilt, right? Without guilt. Yeah. Amen. You tried. So, let's see what your mantra for today is. What's the mantra for today? For the Sagittarius Collective. What is the mantra? The mantra for today. Come on. Oh, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Okay. Every cell in my body is conscious and communicates with each positive thought I have. Yes. So think positive today, Sag. Think positive. Don't we always? It's like part of who we are. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope it really helps and you have the best day ever. Toodles.